It's your weekly video. Let's talk about the Laken Riley Act, which would send someone possibly to Gitmo for shoplifting. Here's the deal. So the Laken Riley Act is a terrible and duplicative law that strips an entire category of people of their due process rights. Here's what I mean. So federal authorities already have the right to detain immigrants who they would like to deport. They can go into immigration court and argue that this person should be detained and then deported. We know they can do that because we've already seen our president literally sending people to Guantanamo Bay on immigration crimes. The Laken Riley Act, though, lowers the bar and strips judges of power. Here's what I mean. In America, we're supposed to have the right to due process of law. What that means is the government cannot deprive you or anyone you love of life, liberty, or property without giving them a proper hearing in a proper court, which is individualized to the facts of their case. In other words, a judge has to review the case and say, I'm going to decide with my judicial capacity, having heard arguments from both sides, whether this person should be, say, detained and sent to Gitmo. The Laken Riley Act strips away that decision-making for the entire category of people who are immigrants. And it does it for crimes we would normally consider really minor, like including shoplifting, petty theft. In other words, if a young mom is accused of shoplifting under the Laken Riley Act, a judge doesn't get to say, gosh, this is a young mom stealing diapers and formula. Maybe we should not separate her from her child. Instead, detention is mandatory. The judge gets no say. That mom is gone. It's a really big deal to strip an entire category of people of their due process rights. And beyond that, when we ask like, oh, does this have a public safety thrust? Like, is it based in fact? Actually, U.S. citizens commit twice as many violent crimes as immigrants, 2.5 times as many drug crimes as immigrants, 4 times as many property crimes as immigrants. In other words, when we ask, like, where is all the crime coming from? Baby, the call is coming from inside the house. This bill is cruel, un-American, and not solving any problems.